The first breath, the first smile, infancy is the pure beginning of life. Sleep is vital for brain development. Childhood is a time of curiosity and discovery. School is the foundation of social and intellectual development. Adolescence is a period of identity formation. Young adulthood is a time to step into the future. Love and commitment are the deepest traces of psychology. Family is a source of trust and support. Vacation strengthens family bonds and reduces stress. Work-life stress and pressure. Focus and productivity are indicators of mental health. Old age is the wisdom of life. The power of therapy penetrates deep into the soul. Nature and meditation support mental health. Each of us is full of unique stories. Inner journey, self-discovery, and looking to the future with hope. From infancy to adulthood, we carry the traces of psychology in every moment of our lives. The emotions we feel, the decisions we make, and the relationships we build in our daily lives are all influenced by this profound science. Now let's take a closer look at the role of psychology in our everyday lives. Psychology is with us every moment of our lives. When we shop, play sports, engage in art, or even spend time with our loved ones, psychological processes are in play. Every emotional reaction, every thought and behavior is the result of complex interactions in our minds. Everything from the products we prefer while shopping to the motivation we feel while exercising is a reflection of our psychology. But the power of psychology can be effective not only at the individual level, but also at the societal level. Manipulation and persuasion techniques can steer people in certain directions. Let's take a look at the effects of these techniques in our daily lives. The power of psychology sometimes has dark sides. These dark sides are particularly evident through advertising, political campaigns, and social media. These fields are full of persuasion and manipulation techniques that can influence the thoughts, feelings, and behaviors of individuals. The colors and sounds used in advertising are carefully chosen to attract consumers' attention and increase interest in products. For example, the color red often creates a sense of urgency and excitement, while the color blue evokes trust and loyalty. Voiceovers and background music are also used to manipulate our emotional responses. These conscious choices have a powerful influence on consumer behavior. On the other hand, political campaigns use catchy slogans and carefully crafted messages. These messages are designed to trigger voters' emotional responses and persuade them to support a particular candidate or policy. For example, strong emotions such as fear and hope can be manipulated and influence voters' decisions. Political ads shape voters' perceptions through emotional stories and dramatic images. Social media manipulation techniques are used through trends, popular content, and viral campaigns. Social media platforms draw individuals' attention to specific issues by providing content customized to users' interests and behaviors. By tracking users' behavior, these platforms enable advertisers and politicians to reach their target audiences more effectively. Social media algorithms can consciously or unconsciously manipulate our behavior by highlighting certain content and manipulating users' news feeds. These techniques can lead people to certain behaviors and influence their decisions. Being an informed individual requires recognizing and countering these techniques. Media literacy and critical thinking skills help protect us from these manipulative influences. Media literacy involves individuals' ability to analyze, critique, and make sense of media content. Critical thinking develops individuals' ability to evaluate information and arguments logically and objectively. These skills make individuals more resilient to manipulative content and help them make more informed decisions. In conclusion, the darker aspects of psychology are constantly present in our daily lives through advertisements, political campaigns, and social media. Being aware of these techniques and developing a critical perspective is important to protect ourselves from manipulative influences. As informed individuals, we can be more resistant to these techniques and make our own decisions more independently. Building healthy relationships, de-stressing, mindfulness, and meditation are the keys to positive psychology. Positive psychology focuses on the strengths of individuals and encourages the development and utilization of these strengths. Healthy and supportive relationships improve individuals' psychological health and overall quality of life. Practices such as yoga and meditation support mental and physical health. Time spent in nature reduces stress and promotes spiritual balance. Positive psychology helps individuals discover their potential and lead a more meaningful life. Psychological health includes a variety of therapies that support an individual's mental and emotional health. These therapies help individuals heal their emotional wounds. Psychological health is not only about overcoming mental problems. It is also important to help individuals meet their emotional and social needs. Methods such as art therapy, group therapy, and animal-assisted therapy address different needs and support the healing process. Individual therapies address personal issues and trauma, while group therapies strengthen a sense of community and social support networks. Art therapy uses creativity to encourage emotional expression and promote healing. Animal-assisted therapy provides emotional relief and reduces stress through the presence of loving animals. These therapies improve individuals' quality of life and promote emotional healing. Psychological research seeks to unravel the complexity of the human mind and behavior. Let's explore this research in the light of science. Psychological research seeks to unravel the complexity of the human mind and behavior. This research helps us understand how our brains work and has a huge impact on our daily lives. Scientists are trying to unlock the secrets of our brains by conducting various experiments in laboratories. For example, a lab can conduct experiments to measure people's emotional responses. MRI scans allow us to see which parts of the brain are associated with which activities. These scans help us understand how our brains perform different functions, such as thinking, feeling, and acting. Many studies examine how our brains make decisions, how we learn, and how we remember. This information helps us understand human behavior and develop more effective treatments. For example, one study examined how people react in stressful situations and how these reactions affect their social relationships. The research reveals not only the effects of stress on individual health, but also how it plays a role in social interactions. Famous psychological experiments have also helped us understand the complexity of human behavior. Milgram's obedience experiment showed how people submit to authority and what they go through in the process. Participants realized how they faced a dilemma between remorse and obedience as they followed the instructions of authority figures. The Stanford Prison Experiment was a striking demonstration of how social roles shape our behavior. When normal people were assigned the roles of guard or prisoner, they quickly adopted the behavioral patterns of those roles, with serious psychological consequences. Another notable study looked at how people cope with uncertainty. This research revealed the effects of uncertainty coping strategies on stress levels and decision-making processes. Neuroscience research has helped us understand how certain emotions are processed in the brain. For example, the emotion of fear is processed in a brain region called the amygdala, which allows us to react quickly and effectively when faced with dangerous situations. This kind of research doesn't just stay in the academic world, but also applies to our daily lives. The knowledge gained through brain scans and laboratory experiments improves our lives in many areas, from education to health, from business to personal development. In education, it helps us understand how to teach students more effectively, and in business, it allows us to develop strategies to increase employee productivity. Psychological research helps us understand the neurological underpinnings of mental processes and improves our quality of life with this knowledge. In the light of science, we can become healthier, more conscious, and happier individuals. Psychology deeply affects not only individuals, but also societies. Psychological dynamics that shape the behavior, beliefs, and values of societies are an indispensable part of both social changes and daily life. A leader's charismatic speech can influence and mobilize the masses. Social movements are a reflection of the psychological dynamics of societies. The civil rights movement, the struggle for women's rights, and environmental movements are concrete examples of people's search for justice and equality. Social solidarity shows how individuals come together and support each other in times of crisis. The examples of solidarity seen around the world during the pandemic proved that societies are stronger together. Important leaders and social movements in history have demonstrated the power of psychological solidarity and common goals. Gandhi's peaceful resistance, Nelson Mandela's struggle for freedom, and Malala Yousafzai's fight for the right to education showed how societies can be transformed. Psychologists and sociologists study the psychological factors behind social behavior. This analysis helps policymakers develop more effective and empathetic approaches. The principles of social psychology are applied in many areas, such as improving student achievement in education, increasing employee motivation in the workplace, and ensuring patient satisfaction in healthcare. Psychology contributes to creating a healthier and happier society by promoting social solidarity and cohesion. Societies whose psychological health is supported allow individuals to realize themselves and maximize their potential. The power of psychology manifests itself in every corner of our lives and affects us profoundly. As conscious and aware individuals, we can use this power to our advantage. Media literacy and critical thinking skills guide us on this path. Think now, what kind of life can we create by making conscious decisions, protecting ourselves from the effects of manipulation, and discovering our own potential? Each of us has the power to create tremendous change within ourselves. Using this power, we can change not only our own lives, but also the world around us. This journey is shaped not only by knowledge, but also by passion and perseverance. By adopting a more empathetic and conscious approach towards yourself and your environment, you can build a happier and healthier future. Remember, big changes start with small steps. With this video, you have taken the first step towards living your life more consciously, more meaningfully, and more effectively. Apply what you have learned, write your own story, and inspire those around you. You have the power to make a big change. Thank you, and see you in our next video. Remember, it is in your hands to change the world.